Can the organic revolution encourage people to change their eating habits? Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Anthony Carlisle. Thank you for joining us. As the global food crisis grows day by day, the question of how to feed the world in a sustainable way is top of the agenda once again. In the coming week, Dai Television will be bringing you a series of reports on the organic revolution. The issue has been picked up by local environmental groups to encourage people to change their eating habits. As soon as we are born, our lives revolve around food. But from agricultural society until today, the focus of our eating habits has changed.
Food safety used to mean a safe amount, which meant you had to fill your stomach. After getting enough to eat, you begin to think about food hygiene. Then you start to study the quality and whether it tastes good. Finally, the last stage is the concept of healthy eating.
To meet the basic need of feeding the world's population in an economically efficient way, fertilizers and pesticides are used in large quantities, wiping out parasites, but at the same time killing off wildlife. Agricultural chemicals in the soil are washed by the rain into the water supply, which through our food, air and water eventually end up being consumed by humans. Caught up in a vicious cycle of the food chain, within a matter of years, farming communities are left with produce at the expense of the ecology. But a quiet revolution to restore safe food is spreading around the world, based on the idea of rediscovering our link with the planet.
The
organic revolution stresses that eating can change the world. Of course, it involves saving energy, reducing carbon, organic farming, fair trade, and even biodiversity in the future, which are all connected.
Far from being a new innovation, organic farming means rediscovering the traditional techniques of our ancestors. It's a little-known fact that Taiwan's southern county of Pingtung has a competitive advantage in its potential to develop organic farming.
Checheng and Hengchun together have nearly 700 hectares of land, which produce 75% of Taiwan's onions.
Zhang Guoxing has been promoting organic methods for nearly 34 years. He and his junior colleague, You Ziteng, are struggling to create an organic peninsula in the southern tip of Taiwan.
The yield is low, so most farmers can't put up with it. This produces less than 3 tons, but other land can produce around 4 or 5 tons, so it's about half the amount.
Low returns mean organic farmers struggle to make a living. Last year, less than 1% of farmland in Taiwan was devoted to organic production. As small farmers struggle to survive, environmental groups are urging the government to step in to stimulate the market.
In Northern Europe, to promote organic farming, they connect organic producers with healthy school lunches, in the hope that schools can provide nutritious meals which come from produce grown by local farmers.
According to farmers, to get the best results, organic produce needs to be grown on big plots of land to avoid contamination from the field borders. But the move to large-scale farming depends on consumer demand. So the next time you have a meal, why not give organic food a chance? In the southern part of Hsinchu, you will find Tzuji's Jianshan Environmental Station. Its beautiful landscaping and fine architecture is sure to catch the eye, so it's hard to believe it was all handmade by volunteers, using recyclables.
Old and young crowding the venue. This is what Jianshan Environmental Station looks like on the weekends. Folding newspaper and squashing plastic bottles, recycling has become a favorite family activity of many local residents. Measuring more than 3,300 square meters, the station is used for environmental protection in the community. However, not many people know that the volunteers' perry location was a made banyan tree. Back before environmental awareness had taken root, Tzu volunteers quietly carry out their environmental work under the shade of a tree next to a public car park. Seeing volunteers dodge cars as they work, timber factory owner Xu Chaoyu decided to provide them with a better environment by donating a piece of nearby land.
It was tough for the volunteers to recycle under the tree. They were always under the sun. It was very small, and they had to watch out for cars constantly. So I thought maybe my land could be of use.
Putting environmentalism in practice, volunteers use only recyclables to build the station. Ensuring the station is in full use, volunteers also carry out sign language classes for community residents, as well as a study group for children after school. On the weekends, members of the Tzu basketball team and students from a neighboring elementary school are all part of the hustle and bustle.
I asked my students about their thoughts on recycling. They all said it is a good deed. It's a positive thing, but not many people know about it. We must continue to promote it.
With so many high expectations, Jianshan Environmental Station is leading the volunteers and residents along a greener path in the neighborhood.